Hi everyone, I am sure that everybody is doing wonderful and have a very big smile on their face. Today, we'll talk about what is known as universal language and how can one learn a universal language and why is the universal language present. Starting from the beginning, what does a language do? Language is a tool to help the human understand what they want to learn. A language belongs to a country or a continent or to the whole universe. Now, this universe has something known as uni plus verse. So, when it is made up of uni plus verse, it means that there is only one verse, and that is unique. So this universal language is unique to you. By you here, I mean the self. So when you face certain circumstances, or I should say that all the circumstances, all the situations that you face today are unique to you to help you learn and grow in order to fulfill all the desires that you want to have in this life. Then the self sends you messages or signals or puts you in the situation where it starts to communicate with you. But you can only understand this language when you are not entrapped into your mind. For example, I am flying a plane, and when I go higher and higher in altitude, I can see everything that is beneath on the land from the plane when I'm flying the plane, right? That is how the universal language is. It is unique, but at the same time, it can be understood by all the people who are trying to find their true self. So this self is connected to the universe because the self is the universe itself. So for example, if we have directions which are north, south, east and west, they are man-made. So if we detach from that direction and try to question who made these directions, you will get only one answer. That answer is that it was made for a purpose, to help you navigate towards different, I would say, directions in the oceans, or when you're flying, or when you want to travel, right? That is the purpose of that direction. But how to find direction in your own life? There north, south, east, west doesn't work, right? That is where you use this universal language, which is giving you your checkpoints, your navigation, where to go, where to find things, or messages that will help you to go to the next stage in your life. So when I talk about north, south, east and west, if they didn't exist, there would be some other system that would exist. But again, they both are formed by the mind, by the knowledge that we are getting from the five senses, right? That is how the mind is. So if you rise above that mind and dissolve your mind, whatever your senses have absorbed till today, they would not be entrapped with that, but they would find or develop its own system. So that system is developed by the self. And self is the one who teaches you universal language. So what I understand by universal language is your unique messages to help you find solutions to your own problems, or give you directions to where you have to reach in this world so that you can fulfill the purpose of your living today. Now, in the language of the universe, north, south, east, west doesn't work. What works is the vibration and the frequency. So for example, if I say 3 and I see it in the mirror opposite, it will appear to me as omega or W or M. So if you play around with 3 in different directions, turning it around, it might appear a very different entity to you, right? It will not be 3. And that entity, what you are perceiving at that moment, it might appear to you in n number of places, helping you to question why I am seeing this letter 3 or the entity everywhere. That means that universe is trying to signal you something. That is very unique to you, and that self will only help you to understand what does that 3 or the entity that you are perceiving at that moment means to you. Another example, if I spell peak, I can spell it P-E-E-K or P-E-E-K. By my mouth, I am saying at peak, and I'm seeing that as peak. But what about sneak peek? That also contains peak, right? That is what I mean by vibration. The spelling is different, but when you speak, it has the same, I would say, the hearing sound, right? So P-E-E-K equal to P-E-A-K. So the universe understands that this vibration. So this universal language comes into play when you are trying to give everything to yourself and you focus on yourself and you're trying to understand your own meaning of life. So when you go deeper and deeper, a navigation which is known as GPS activates inside you, and that is when the wick that was never lit actually lights up. That wick is actually self. So there is a language in which the universe speaks to a soul who you really are, to help you understand why it is sending you signals, what is the meaning of that signal. The purpose of those symbols, vibrations, signals is that the universe doesn't want you to lose track when you're trying to find yourself. Because there are so many things or people you are involved with working every day. If you let their things go into your mind, you won't be able to step above your mind. So that is why the universe supports you and always has your back when you are in the process to find yourself. So basically you get connected with the universe, and then is what you understand, or then is how you know what is universe, or what am I made up of, or who am I. So guys, universe has a system and it automatically teaches you that system because it's unique for you, and you automatically pick that system up. That is how beautiful life is. So keep learning and growing. Thank you so much.